Hi folks, welcome to another sunny bank holiday here in the UK. This afternoon I'm going to do a bit of a modification to my Perception Expression 15 kayak. We bought these kayaks last year and we bought two of them, and we went for the nice big comfortable DLX seat, which is great. If you're just paddling along, you've got no intention of falling into the water, they're fine. Really comfortable. However, we have had a few problems. If for some reason or other you come out of the kayak, you want to get back in from the stern, it's very difficult getting back in because the seat is actually quite high, so that can present a problem. We've just started to do rolling practice, and again high seat is starting to be a problem. So what we're going to do today, we've actually bought a couple of the EXP seats and we're going to replace them. So we're going to take this and turn it into this. Okay, so here we are. First things first, I've taken the kayak into our nice warm garage, and just to get out of the rain to do this. So I have to say I've already done one of these this afternoon, or other one which I'll show you later. So in doing it, it wasn't such an easy job as I thought it would be, but I think second time round it should be a lot quicker. So let's see what we've got in the box. So here we have it. This is the Perception EXP backrest kit. We ordered this from Manchester Canoes, who bizarrely are actually in Warrington in Cheshire. But basically very helpful guys over there, so big up to Jim and Lisa, thank you very much. The kit cost 35 quid, £35, so it wasn't too bad. You can also get these online, but I think the same price everywhere really. And I do believe this will fit some Wilderness Systems kayaks and a few other models. I think if you get onto the web you'll find out which ones. So anyway, let's have a look to see what's in the box. So in the box, what do we have? Well, we have the backrest itself. That's actually upside down. You know it's upside down. Basically, no, that's the right way. Basically, the bottom toggle here is actually goes at the bottom of the backrest. So we've got the backrest. We have 3 straps, self-tapping screw there, washer, and a set of bolts and nuts and washers, and a set of instructions. I have to say the instructions are okay, but if it wasn't for the help on the internet, particularly YouTube, I would not have been able to do this job just from these instructions. So probably the most useful bit of information on the instructions is actually how the backrest sits in the cockpit. You'll notice just at the back there, that's where the two bolts go to hold the seat in place, but we'll get to that shortly. So the first thing we need to do is take the old backrest off. Okay, so to remove the old backrest, the first thing, down at the bottom of the seat here, we have a little toggle clamp arrangement. I've seen a few different ones, but basically we need to get this strap, or if it's a cord, we need to get that out of the way. So to do this, I'm going to release the strap, and then I'm going to push it through and pull it through the back. Okay. Yeah, once you've pushed the strap through the front, you can then move to the back of the seat. Sorry, I've only got one pair of hands, but you can pull the strap all the way through. Okay. Next thing we need to do is to cut these bungee cords. Okay, we'll no longer need these. So I'm going to get my knife and do the business on these. Okay, now that the cords have been cut, all I need to do now is detach the back seat support from the seat, and the way to do this is quite tricky, but down here we have spring arrangement. You just have to push that through, which is not really a single-handed job. Oh, there you go. I don't know if you can see it's going. So if you've got one of these, you'll be able to see what happens. If I just finish this off, I'll show you what I end up with. Yeah, I've just wedged this out. I actually used two screwdrivers, one on one side and one to push this up here. So I'll just remove this and show you what it's all made of. There you go. So in there we have, I don't know what you call this, some sort of plunger. And we have a spring as well. Let me just take this apart. Oh dear, so that one was proving quite difficult to get out, but basically this is what we're looking at. A plunger and spring arrangement. So that's what keeps the seat in place. So we've got that off now anyway. So let's move on to what we have to do next. The next thing is to detach the seat straps from the side of the kayak. Okay, so we have two straps, one on either side of the kayak, with two screws. Our new seat is going to attach to this screw, but what we need to do is just loosen off the front screw and we can totally remove this second screw. So as you can see, I've loosened the front screw. I'm just going to totally undo this second screw. There's a little plate. The screws on this particular kayak, it might be different for other kayaks, don't actually go into any bolts. They go into a plate which connects the two, and that's actually fitted below the edge of the seat. So the reason I've left this one on is to stop the plate falling through underneath the seat. So I'm nearly there now. I've had to swap hands. I'm right-handed and not left-handed, so this is, there you go. So we've got our screw there with a washer and a sealing ring as well. So we'll be using that later on. So just put that one aside. We can now pull out the strap, which is between the seat and the hull. There you go. We just have to do that to the other side of the kayak. As you can see, there's a nice handy little hole here. Ooh. Which, oh, sorry, which is great for getting access to the screws and the plate underneath. So if you need to use that, that's a great thing to have. So I've just removed my final screw, and hopefully, I said hopefully, yes, the strap is pulled through, and there you go, one DLX backrest. Okay, so the DLX seat is completely removed. We need to look at getting our EXP seating. So as I said before, there is a top and a bottom to this seat. The bottom has the little toggle there, whereas the top doesn't. So that's the easy way to differentiate. I'm going to start off by loosening off these straps fully to get them to the full length on both sides. So both straps have been loosened just to give us enough length to work with, and what the general arrangement is basically one strap is going to go between, in fact it might be better on the other side, the general arrangement is that one strap is going to go between the hull and the bottom seat. It's going to be fixed in with a screw, and the same for the other side. Okay, and then we have a short strap which will be fixed from the bottom of the seat up to the bottom of the backrest. So in order to give me some space, I've used a screwdriver between the bottom of the seat. Again, maybe if I show you here, just to loosen things up. And I'm going to, with the bad side down, I just think it might look better like that. I'm going to slip the, see if you can see here, just slip the aluminium tag between the bottom seat and the hull. And now I'm going to try and get this first of all through the hull, then through the aluminium tag, and then through the holding bracket underneath. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Let's see if we've got this in place properly. Okay, I'm actually in a very good place at the moment. I haven't already done one of these this afternoon. It did take me round about 45 minutes just to get the screws all in place on the first one. But basically, the way to do this is to totally loosen off the front screw, only so much as that it's still holding the plate in place. As I say, there's actually a plate at the back of the seat which the screws go into. So once you've done that, you can then get your back screw in. So as I said before, this goes through the hull, then through the toggle on the end of your strap, and then through the holding plate, which is the equivalent of a nut, but it's just a metal plate. I can't see it, but it feels like a metal plate, which is got screw threads in. So now that I'm in this, I got into this position, I sort of wiggle this about, got everything working, and I'm now ready to tighten it up. But before I do so, I'm going to have a little bit of a clean. So don't laugh, because it's cotton bud time. You might like to do, you might just leave it, but I've noticed that there's lots of grit, and rubbish behind here. So again, every little helps. I just want to keep the boat as watertight as possible. So yeah, I think that's good enough. So right, let me see. I need to start tightening these screws up. So here we go.